Morris, pretty fake. He sold it, but he just can't make baskets. Knocked to the outside, controlled by George. To the corner. Leonard launches. It's a three.
Yeah. They feel confident against this group defensively.
Clippers blew the game wide open in the fourth quarter. George, good-looking delivery from Paul George. Rebound knocked over to Batum.
And the other thing that happens when you can keep bodies on bodies, as you see a nice find over the top there for Kawhi, then Quinn Snyder's going to want to talk about it. Since he first set foot on an NBA court, as he had an illegal defense there against the Jazz, and it does not harm him.
We've seen an active LA team defensively so far. 3 deflections, they forced 2 turnovers.
Well, the big issue, though, is they're forcing Utah to play 5-on-5.
Batum to the rim, missed it. Rebound poked to the outside, and George has got it. Jazz wanted a backcourt violation. Morris lines it up. Oh, he's feeling it. Great sign for the Los Angeles Clippers. Batum to the rim, missed it. Rebound poked to the outside, and George has got it. Jazz wanted a backcourt violation. Morris lines it up. Oh, he's feeling it.
They've got to get better defense. They have not defended well on this court thus far.
Paul George got him, a three.
He's been aggressive. What I like about it, even when he didn't shoot it well in Utah, he got to the free throw line.
They could make a run at the NBA Finals last year. The heartbreaking loss in the Western Conference semifinal. Utah has made 3 field goals. They have 3 turnovers. Mitchell, a deep shot, doesn't go. Leonard, the back end. A little bit of help. George, shot clock winding down, lets it fly. Off the heel, rebounded by Clarkson. Clarkson gets a clean look. No good.
But you notice no ball movement. And the Clippers are confident they can guard consistently one-on-one against everybody out there, with the exception probably of Mitchell.
Clarkson got a little bump on the inside, in some trouble. Niang, Clippers are comfortable with that. And it's rebounded by George. Clarkson, the launch. Misses from three-point territory.
They didn't get that, but the fact that they got a defensive stop and an attack in transition creates a good look, and Paul George continues to knock down.
Joe Ingles has started. That's affected the bench. Less punch for Utah in the reserve role, Jordan Clarkson. So it's been Clarkson who has shouldered the responsibility in that reserve role. Clippers continue to get the job done at the free throw line. 9 of 10. Mitchell forced to give it up. Gets it back with 10 to shoot. Mitchell. Short. Grazes the rim. The rebound to George. Leonard on the floor for LA. George. Big finish. And the foul. And George is filling up the box score. At the free throw line. 15 points. 48-22 Clippers. Clarkson lobs it up. Gobert couldn't catch it cleanly. Morris comes out of the pack with it. Clarkson lobs it up. Gobert couldn't catch it cleanly. Morris comes out of the pack with it. Here's George. Pull up. Off the heel. Rebounded by Morris. Clarkson lobs it up. Gobert couldn't catch it cleanly. Morris comes out of the pack with it. Here's George. Pull up. Off the heel. Rebounded by Morris.
You have to feel like that game is a must-win without 2 of their big guns.
George makes his move on the inside. Couldn't finish it. Mitchell directing traffic. Jackson backs off. Mitchell, shake, bake. Foul call. Leonard. Pump fake. Kick. Shot clock winding down. George takes it hard to the hole. PG-13. George has a screen from Batum. Switch. He's got Gobert. Those long strides to the rim. Forced to give it up. And knocked away from Batum. Break opportunity here for the Jazz. Those long strides to the rim. Forced to give it up. And knocked away from Batum. Break opportunity here for the Jazz. Bogdanovich. Straight line drive. Denied. The claw. George takes it. Couldn't finish around the rim. And George is tripped. George takes it. Couldn't finish around the rim. And George is tripped. Starting 5 remains in there. Morris gives it up. George counting for three. Los Angeles just past the midway point, third quarter. George takes it in. Favors gets a piece, but Toon with a loose change. Clarkson puts it on the deck. Pull up, short. Morris gets rid of it quickly, and it is out of bounds.
And if he can make a good pass, an aggressive pass, that immediately allows Utah to be on the offensive there and able to deliver.
Paul George, no.
You heard Rebecca talk about it, Quinn Snyder and his staff recognizing we've got to play earlier in the shot clock.
Paul George going to the rim.
If you're Utah, you're trying to get your rhythm and your confidence back offensively.
Joe Ingles misses. Gobert is fouled before the shot. George accelerates, and that glances off the hand of Zubac. Just the sixth turnover for the Clippers. Ingles, shooting practice, air ball. George defended by Ingles. A lot of history between these two. George turns the corner, floats it up, slam it down. It's Zubac. 10 to shoot. George dancing on the outside. Off the rim, rebounded by Gobert, his sixth board. Bogdanovich, they get into it early. Morris leaning defensively. Mitchell, pretty fake. Sells it. Euro. Can't finish. George, the pull-up. Too strong. O'Neal, the fend-off, and George will get charged with a personal.
Crowd a little quiet right now.
This was a celebration early. Paul George got a three.
That was a huge basket there.
24-9 extended run. George weaving through. Bank shot goes for PG-13.
I tell you what, Paul George is delivering.
He draws Gobert. 9 to shoot. George off the rim, slapped out of there by Zubac, and a reload for LA.
Been in that situation in the first round, and more importantly, your best players have been at their best when you've needed them most.
You asked him very specifically about a blowout. He's been involved in so many playoff teams as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach. A blowout.
Clippers, you know, they kind of made the statement in the first quarter, and in essence, won the game.
117 to 103. Paul George, 31 points. In regards to Leonard and his status, it appeared to be a right knee issue for Leonard. Foul is given.